So guys, Bitcoin just broke 100,000 already today. Ethereum has broken 2,000, and right now altcoins are starting to run parabolically. We saw the rate cut decision yesterday. We didn't see rate cuts, but there's a lot of positive news with the trade war. Exactly, talks from Trump about getting and pulling back on a few of the tariffs, and overall a lot of trade deals are going through. As a result, guys, we are starting to see a lot of positive price action, a lot of positive sentiment, with everyone pretty much seeing a lot of restrictions fall down. Today, I want to give you guys a perspective around the price action that we're currently seeing, the news events that are having an effect on the market, and exactly what you need to be aware of if you are invested in crypto or altcoins in general. If new to my channel though, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and exactly what you need to do so that you can position yourself correctly. Guys, we've been waiting for an ease in tensions with this whole trade war that is going on. We had a whole bunch of news talking about different countries that we already have deals with. There's also talks about pulling back on the tariffs that we've been seeing with China. And also, guys, there's a lot of, pullbacks we've been seeing from the Biden administration, which is causing a lot of, positive sentiment. As a result, Bitcoin broke 100,000 today. Ethereum reclaimed that 2,000 zone, and altcoins are running parabolically. Today, I want to walk you guys through all this stuff and exactly what you need to be aware of in the next few weeks. Other than that, though, let's go to jump into it. So guys, like how I said, the price action today has been freaking crazy. Look at this freaking chart. The hourly chart on Bitcoin looks freaking awesome. Bitcoin has broken 100,000, reclaimed that 103,000 zone as of the making of this video. Ethereum as well, guys, has seen a parabolic run, sitting at around 2,200, still running up. It was sitting at around 2,100 whenever I first pulled up everything. So everything is running up very significantly. Now moving into tomorrow, this is going to be really important, but overall the US markets are looking very, very positive, which is really points to the fact that overall the markets in general are looking good. Right now, guys, all altcoins, if you look at the total 3 chart, also have shot up parabolically, just following the price action around Ethereum. And everyone was talking around about how that 2,000 zone was a psychological zone for Ethereum, and if we got to this zone, we're going to see a lot of crazy price action. And right now, this is pretty much a testament to what everyone has been discussing. Are we going to hold this region? Tomorrow is Friday. We need to see how we're going to be closing out the markets and moving forward. But 2 indicators and charts to show us how liquidity is moving and where investors are investing their money. Bitcoin dominance, guys, took a sharp drop down, but at the end of the day, this is on the hourly time frame. This could be just a small little correction before running right back up to that 66% zone, but at the end of the day, only time will tell. This is where I try to give you guys a long-term perspective, showing you guys that Bitcoin dominance is gonna peak out at a specific percentage zone, and if you can zoom out and understand that specific zone, you can start to really understand where liquidity is shifting and exactly when we could be seeing altcoins get everything that they need. But overall, I don't know why this is popping up into YouTube now, but overall, guys, Bitcoin dominance is crashing down, and also USDT dominance as well. This is really pointing to the fact that crypto investors are starting to invest into altcoins, really starting to get comfortable with allocating their funds into different investments. But what is causing all the price action to run up really crazy? One of the main things is the trade deals that are going through with President Trump, and how he was telling everyone to buy stocks today, pretty much based off of everything that's going on in the economy. And it's so true, guys. Everything is pumping up quite significantly with all of the deals that are getting struck with multiple countries, and some of the pullbacks that we're seeing that was done with the Biden administration. So there's a lot of different things going on. As a result, guys, all coins are starting to run up very, very significantly. Many crypto traders, investors, analysts are pointing to specific charts that are showing whenever altcoin season is going to hit, and we're pretty much on the verge of that crazy run up. But at the end of the day, there's multiple points whenever we start to run parabolically. We have some sideways price action, and we're on the verge of seeing some crazy rip ups, but you need to understand when to take profits. Crypto Intelligence talks about exactly the price action on Ethereum and how everything is flying, and overall this is looking quite well. Everyone is talking about how we've already broken specific zones that were really looked at as resistance, but right now everything is pretty much just printing. Crypto Mitch now also gives his perspective on this, saying liquidity is expanding, business cycle is happening, fiscal policies are easing, a huge tailwind for ETH and crypto, and overall liquidity in the markets in general. He says he's happy to be fully allocated towards his altcoin portfolio as things can change quickly. And me too, guys. If you guys look at my portfolio, I'll throw it up on the side right here. A lot of my coins are up anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40%. On the 7-day, don't even get me started. A lot of these coins are up very, very significantly. And if you've been investing in these coins that I've been telling you guys about, you are up significantly as well. So right now, guys, is really a time to really determine exactly if we're going to be ripping up more, or if we're going to be, you know, starting to see a little bit more price action chopping sideways. But right now, guys, with how everything is looking, Bitcoin price action is back. Expectations around, you know, price points are starting to get pulled back, and people are saying higher expectations based off of what we're currently seeing in the levels of where Bitcoin is currently sitting at. And like how I said earlier today, President Trump did say to go out and buy stocks because he pretty much understands what is going to be happening once all these deals start to come out. There's a whole bunch of other news events, as you can see from the Kobesi letter, which I don't want to confuse you guys with. But one thing I do want to let you guys know about right here, which is one thing that is on Trump's list, is how the specific yields are doing and the percentages that are going up and how it's having an effect. And this is why rate cuts are really needed and why Trump has been calling for them. But overall, Kobesi letter talks about it. He says this remains President Trump's biggest problem. Trump wants to lower rates. The Fed isn't cutting. They're announcing trade deals and yields are still rising. So we have positive news, all these different things. But whenever we have these yields starting to rise, we have all these different complications within the economy. There's a lot of different things, guys. So at the end of the day, we still need to see rate cuts to see that huge rip up for liquidity, and until we see it, we're not going to be seeing a huge shift. But overall, guys, swiping everything to the side, price action is looking stupid crazy right now for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for altcoins, and right now everyone's starting to get super euphoric. And while I am also super euphoric, I wanted to give you guys the perspective on being able to take profits whenever you are up. There was a great post from Crypto Intelligence X talking about how if you made some allocations, guys, like how I made allocations whenever the markets were just down in the dumps, you're up right now anywhere from 40, 50, even maybe even 1x to 2x. And we might still keep running in this market while everything is running up, but we could be seeing a point where everything kind of plateaus. And if you don't take profits off the table, you could be returning all your profits back into the market. And I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to be aware of the price action, how everything is moving, and when potentially you could take profits off the table and then wait for, you know, some deviations and potentially get back in at better prices. But overall, guys, that is currently what is taking place. If new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, the news events, and exactly how to position yourself correctly. We have a whole bunch of positive news from Trump and the trade deals that are going through. We also are seeing the price action around Ethereum and Bitcoin break specific resistance zones, which is looking quite bullish. The markets are looking really good for the US markets, but we need to see how we're going to be closing tomorrow on Friday, and then how the markets are going to be played on the weekend, and if we have any huge big updates tomorrow as well. Overall though, guys, this is really exciting times. If you're investing in altcoins, you have been waiting for the, you know, sun to come over the horizon. It's been very dark and gloomy and horrible and cold, but right now is the time where everything is about to change. Let's knock on wood and not jinx ourselves. But overall, guys, stay tuned. I drop day-to-day content, so make sure you guys are up to date with all the information and overall the price action that you need to be aware of. If new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content. Let me know what you guys think are going with what's going on with altcoins. How are your altcoins doing right now? Are they pumping up quite significantly? This is where you might want to be looking at different positions, thinking about different allocations. But overall, guys, I want to hear everyone's perspective on what's going on. But overall, guys, I drop day-to-day content, so stay tuned, and hopefully tomorrow everything is still pumping up and you do not capitulate your bags. But make sure to take profits at good times, and I'm gonna let you guys know when I'm doing that and when you probably should be doing it too. But overall, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.